All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending where and when you're watching this episode. Today's episode is going to be somewhat interesting. I'm going to be covering two teams that do not play for a high end league, let's say. The two teams will be Dinamo Batumi and Shukura. Both teams are Georgian teams, Georgia, the country, and they both obviously play in the Georgian League. So let's get cracking to the first part, which is the formation. In the formation, on the left side, we will have Dynamo, which will be wearing darkish blue color on the field. Here it looks black, but on the video it will be darkish blue, and they will be playing 4-2-3-1. On the right side, this team here is Shukura, and this team will be wearing red. They are also playing 4-2-3-1. I like this formation a lot because at any point you will have at least four defenders plus the two central midfielders. They can come in defense. You will also have about six players that can be attacking plus or minus the wingbacks. So this formation is good for defensive and counter attacks in some cases because you have this lone striker that always would stay in the front waiting for that counter to get there. So this will be interesting to see both teams playing with the same formation. I'm assuming they will be doing different tactics. So I will give you a bit of information why I'm covering this match. I'm covering this match in particular because I was interested in one player who is this guy here, Koken Koroki, and I will be doing a special, I wouldn't say special, but a individual player analysis on this person, Koken Koroki. But after watching the three matches that have been played so far, and this morning there was a fourth match actually on the 12th of March, I will actually be interested in making a few videos on two other people on this team. One of them is this midfielder here, Patetsia, Georgian, and this left winger, Mizwak Ali. So these players are the three I am kind of interested in watching in these matches, and hopefully I will be able to make a good individual video analysis for all three of them, or at least my initial goal was for the Japanese Koken Kuroki. So, that being said, let's take a look at the list of names. Half of them I won't be even able to pronounce, so I'll leave them on the screen for you. And all of them are probably not so well known, unfortunately, because the scouting range, I don't believe they look at such leagues. They look more on the popular leagues, and they also look like in Brazil, Colombia, maybe United States, Mexico, Italy, Germany, France, Spain, England, maybe Ukraine here and there. I don't want to even say Belarus because probably not. The only famous Belarusian player I can remember was Thomas Rosicky, who played on Arsenal. Other than that, Belarusian, I'm not aware of other Belarusians. So usually the scouting range is maybe on the top popular leagues, and probably they will not look at the Georgian league, unfortunately, which is a shame because they also might have a couple of good players as well. Anyways, off of my soap opera, let's take a look at the startup line. This is the substitute. This is the startup line. As you can see here, the South African Mizwak Ali is going to be starting, and we have the particular Japanese person I am following, Koken Koryoki, and we have the other Georgian player which I like, Patetsia. So these are the only three names I can remember, and I know how to pronounce somewhat. But you can see here there's a couple of interesting players on the other side. Someone from Belarus, and this fellow here, Flamaron from Brazil, which is pretty interesting to see a Brazilian playing in such league. And you have this Serbian. So with that, let's take a look at what I would pick for Shukura for their formation. As I said, I'm mainly focused on Shukura because of that one player. So I'm gonna be focusing some of my decisions and formation talk for that particular team. The formation I would use would be the same formation that has been used 4-2-3-1, 4 in the back, 2 in the middle, 3 and 1. The only difference I would make is instead of playing Kuryuki as a left back, I would probably play him in a more of an advanced playmaker position, right behind the attacker, maybe as a shadow striker or advanced playmaker. And on his left side, I would keep the South African Mezwakali. I really enjoyed some of his plays. And I will also leave in the midfield as a defensive midfielder or box to box midfielder Patecia. I also enjoyed his game as well. And this fellow here, Janel Diz, I also liked how he played. Other than that, I will keep the midfield like this, just include this particular fellow with the very long name, which I will not be able to pronounce. So this will be my formation for their particular games. I'm not sure why Koryuki is playing as a left back. From some of the data I found online, he mainly played as a midfielder, but I guess this season maybe he'll be played as a left back for all games. So far, the three games I watched, and maybe the fourth one that was today in the morning, which I have to watch, he will probably be playing in this position. Um, some of the videos I watched him play, he was mainly in the midfield. So it will be interesting to see how he plays as a left back, because he's usually left wing or midfielder. So we will see. But this will be one of the options I would choose as the formation. Again, it will be the same one, 4-2-3-1. As I said, I like this formation. It works well, especially with teams that are not so strong, but at the same time, they're not so weak. A team that is, I would say, average. They probably need to do counter attacks and play on the counter versus pressure, pressure, pressure. So this will be a good formation. The other formation will be this one. Instead of having Misbah Ali as the right or the left winger, I would actually have him as the shadow striker or the attacking midfielder and have Kuryuki on the left wing. And the final one, if I were to choose, I would actually have Kuryuki on the right side, maybe, because his preferred foot is going to be the left. So maybe he can cut inside, shoot with his left, and just have the Likevedits instead of a right winger and attacking midfielder. So same formation, just moving two or three players around. All right. So that will be my formation decision making if I had a say in it. All right, let's take a look at some of the attacking moments that Shukuru has. So this one here, like I said, the dark blue is gonna be Dinamo. So Dinamo here attacks. Look at the pressure that was made, and suddenly now we have a break and a somewhat counter attack right there. Look at this guy. This is Kuryuki. He's gonna pass a 1-2, but he never gets the two, and they go back. So the attack is kind of ruined in this moment. So let's take a look at this guy. Look at this long pass. Perfect vision, perfect pass. And now you have, like I said, a 5 in the attack plus the left backs. Now look at this guy. He's all the way in space, all alone. Very beautiful. Look at this positioning. All he needs is a cross, and probably before it lands, he can smash it with his right foot into the goal. And we'll see here this particular fellow. he's actually going to do the through ball or lob and cross it. And as you can see here, he is right in front of goal range. He just needs to land somewhere where he can smash it first time. But this defender does very good to come in his way and divert it to a corner. The corner wasn't so great, so I skipped it. Here is another attacking moment. Look at this guy. Very perfect vision. Amazing through lob, if you want to call it that, to this guy in the area. But unfortunately, the execution was not so great. If we go a little bit back, the execution, it wanted to come right in front of the player here. But instead, it went to the left side. So not in front of the player, and he was not able to get it before the defender. But it was a great vision, great idea, just bad execution. Here we'll have on the right side starting the attack. Kuryoki, he has three options, 1, 2, 3. Either he plays it to that guy in the middle, which he does, and then he has a couple of options as well. So if he looks up, he can play the low through ball to this particular attacker here, Abkhazava. Abkhazava can then go and he'll be in front of goal, or he can divert it to Mizwak Ali, and then Mizwak Ali can do the cross to Abkhazava. Obviously, if he has great technique, he can probably do the diagonal all the way on the other side to the right winger, which I believe was Lekvitits. And then Lekvitits can do the same thing, run into space, cross the ball, and maybe it would win a goal. So he has a couple of options there. Unfortunately, he dribbles a little bit too much. He doesn't pass the ball. Here again, he has one perfect moment. This guy is onside. Look at this. He can just through ball it. Maybe put a bit. Maybe not make this guy with the through ball if he has the great technique. And this guy will be on goal. Or he can again do the diagonal to the other side. Or probably he can pass it to Kuryoki. Kuryoki can then move the ball all the way around. He touches the ball too much. Like I said, he didn't pass it right away. Now he gives it to Mizwak Ali. And then, of course, Mizwak Ali doesn't have room to do anything. So he goes back. And then we start the build up once more. So again, this guy, he has three options. Again, this player here, Lekavetits, he was in great position to receive a good long ball and maybe cut over here, do a cross. This guy is also in free open space, free open space. You have three perfectly positioned players. I guess the technique is not there to do the perfect pass. Finally, he passes it, right? Which is a great pass. And now, of course, everyone is back into formation, everyone back in defense. So now they have to drag the defense out and see if there's pockets they can penetrate. So this was the attacking movement, but now, like I said, time to work on penetration. So the attack was ruined. Here I'm gonna pause really quickly. As you can see, Mizwak Ali is ready for the ball. This guy is ready for the ball, and Kuryoki has a couple of options here as well. Look at this through ball. Again, it's a good idea, but unfortunately, if we look at it, the execution was not so great. But it was a good vision from him and great idea. If it passed, he would be in a good position to either shoot it on the goal, maybe it ricochets and goes in, or maybe he can do a cross and it can go to one of the other players and he can tap it in lightly. Here the attack starts actually from the goalkeeper, Kulula, Kulula, and here we have the midfielder. He's gonna try to pass the ball right there to Mizwak Ali, but unfortunately it gets caught in the middle, and now you have this particular attack. Look at this. Kuryoki then finds the open space. This guy will have to push back to Kuryoki, and then Kuryoki will have to pass the ball. Look at this pass. I think here, I think here he should have let the ball go through, uh, moved his body inwards, and walked with the curvage of the ball into the penalty area. Probably could have then shot it from the line, first touch in the goal, somewhere in the goal. Maybe it would have went in, maybe not. But as you can see here, the pass was kind of perfect in a sense that he just needed to let it go over his body, turn it in, and then walk with the ball, smash it. in my opinion. I mean, professional football players should be able to do this with ease. It's automatic for them. Someone like me will probably have to think 3 times, and probably I will do something like this. It was not the best of touches from this guy. It became a little bit long, and then they have to go and get the ball again. Unfortunately, now the attack is ruined. Well, not ruined, but they're no longer in attacking position and they are in defensive position. So the next attack will be this one here. Look at the pressure. Mizwak Ali is going to do a 1-2 here with Kuryoki very shortly. Look at this 1-2. And obviously, if this guy was not fouled, he would have probably done a 1-2 with Kuryoki Mizwak Ali and he would have ran. But unfortunately, there's a foul here. So the foul is given. I love this one. Look at this guy. He puts the ball, stops it, and bam, he just triangles it all the way on the other side, or he plays the diagonal all the way at the other side in the free space. And I believe this particular person is probably, I can't make out the number here, but I want to say this is Patetsia or Lekavedits. So he has the ball and he has a potential solution right now where he can pass it here for this guy in the open space. He will run, cross it over, and you see here Mizwak Ali is cutting into this shadow striker position. So you have probably two people that are going to be waiting for a cross, and he does that, which is unfortunate because he had a good option to pass it low to this guy. This guy could have crossed it, and again, they might have scored. Unfortunately, some of these attacking plays, either the execution was not so great, or I would say some of the decision making was not so great, like this one here. Instead of a shot, I mean, look at him. He's right, like, I don't know, about 32 yards away, right? Um, it's too far to shoot from this particular angle unless you have like a amazing technique. Um, it looked impossible in my opinion. So that was ruined. Here we're gonna play in the second half. Here this is a great attack. Unfortunately, they're down by one, but here is a great attack. Look at this 1-2-3 against 1-2-3. These three are gonna need to sprint back to be in play. By the time they get there, it will be a 5v6 or even a 6v6. So look at this. This guy has this guy, which is Mizwak Ali, he's running into the area. He's probably gonna have all this space to see the goal. Probably he can shoot it first time or take it and then shoot it. So this guy here, he has a couple of options. He can cross it to Mizwak Ali. Instead, he does a low pass, and let's take a look at it one more time. He does a low pass to, I believe, Abkhazafa, right? And then Abu Khazafa is obviously sandwiched between two players. Look at this. Sandwiched between, well, actually sandwiched between three players or five players right there, right? So Abu Khazafa can only shoot the ball like that. Was not a bad shot. Taking a look at how many defenders he had to shoot from. It was not a bad decision. Just the pass, probably maybe he should have lobbed it to Mizwak Ali with great technique. Probably that would have been better. Anyways, here is another attack. You see here the left back is all open, no pressure on him. We start the attack from the right side. And now look at this play. Very nice play. You have this guy running into space. You have Ismak Ali running into space. And this guy has all the space to pass a through lob pass or a through cross ball to Mizwak Ali into the area. He can receive it and maybe run to goal. So look at this guy. He does the turn and he misses his chance. Again, maybe not the right decision. But let's take a look at why he turned. Maybe there was a reason that I don't see. Let's take a look. He has all this time. Yep, he probably could have played it right here before this defender came. Right there. Bam. And then Mazwak Ali just had to put the turbo on. But he takes this guy. He does a move that a famous Egyptian player from Ahli does, Afsha, where he turns on his ball. Anyways, so now they have to regroup and re-attack. This left area wing here, if you recall, there was an open player, and you see all this open space right here. So an open player will come right now. There you go, cooking karaoke. Now he's gonna play it to Mizwak Ali. Mizwak Ali is gonna do the 1-2 with him right now. Look at this synergy, very nice. But he doesn't do the 1-2. Instead, he passes like this. Again, he has an option to pass to karaoke right here. Karaoke is in good position to do the cross to the box. But again, he goes back. Now you have this one here. He has all the space right there. Maybe he can do the diagonal pass. Very well diagonal pass. Amazing. Look at this beauty. This look at this pass. Look at this guy. Now two players are supposed to run into the box and all he has to do is cross it over and hopefully any one of them will get behind it. All they need is a touch and they can probably score it. Very nice pass. Very nice pass, but unfortunately, um, the defender was there to block it. It was good execution, good pass, good play. Finally, someone did a good decision. Then we have this play here. Look at this, beautiful. This guy is gonna do the through lob ball to Mizwak Ali into the empty space. This is ABC right there, and he's doing it right now from the video clip. Mizwak Ali is gonna take the ball, cut into the cut towards goal, but he's going to be fouled. So here they actually win a penalty. If he was not fouled, he would have probably smashed it into the goal or something like that. Here is the penalty, and I don't think there's much problems with that. Very powerful, low to the right side of the goalkeeper, and the first goal or the tying goal for Shukura. So now they're 1-1. Here, this is a good play. Look at this 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders, 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers, and you have three midfielder players coming back. Look at this beauty. You have a 3-on-3 right there. And this particular fellow, he should run into the space. He should run into the space, and he will probably run into the space as well. Then we just need to see the execution of the pass. Look at this beautiful, beautiful pass. Look at that. Now you have a 2-on-1 right there. All he has to do is pass it to the diagonal, and he does that. Very nice pass from Mizwak Ali. All this guy has to do is probably come right here and smash it with probably, I would say, he should smash it with his right foot, depending on what his strong foot is. But here, he had to smash it like from outside the box, probably, because this defender is coming up to him. But he gets a little bit to the right side, so now he has still a clear shot, but this guy is probably gonna do a slight tackle, so it might not go in. So he has a couple of options: either shoot it or try to cross it to Mizwak Ali. And Mizwak Ali, look at this area, look at this space. This could have been goal number two. Look at that. But unfortunately, his execution was not so great. Unfortunately. Look at this free kick. Oh, it was a free header. And unfortunately, it does not go in the goal. Again, Mizwak Ali, look at this. Mizwak Ali, he beats the defender. He goes in. He cuts back. He has a couple of options. Look at that. He can play it like a low through ball to this guy here into the area. Instead, he gives it to this guy. I don't think he has a shooting opportunity. He has one, two, maybe three players in front of him, plus the goalkeeper. I mean, he has to shoot it in a way that it's fast and precise in the corner or at the very bottom. Probably in the corner because of the two players that are right in front of him. But he has two options on his left side. If he took 1 second to see it, Mizwak Ali, he was going to be right there. Or even Mizwak Ali could have let it go through to this particular fellow. He was going to be right there, and they would have probably a better shot. But unfortunately, he does not give it to Mizwak Ali. He shoots it. It's not a bad shot, but the goalkeeper saved it. So these were the few attacking moments that we had for the first and second half for Shukura. Now we're going to take a look at the defending moments for the first and second half. So right off the bat, we have an attacking move in the third minute by Dinamo, and it looks like it is a two on. It looks like 2-on-2, 2-on-4. But this particular fellow here, the back left, needs to make a really long sprint to get back into position. So we have to see how the players will go about it. Beautifully, the center defender comes back, covers this guy. This guy comes to the left side, or sorry, the right side, because the right wing is also not there. And then you have the central midfielder is actually gonna cover the middle spot until the left back comes in his position, and the central defender he's gonna cover the right back's position. So they're actually going into formation. Very beautiful cover. This is probably a foul. The referee doesn't count it, so we'll take a look at the decision making. But that was a good defensive play. They went back into formation. And here you have the same thing. You have your left back a little bit advanced. So then the midfielder comes and covers the left back, right? And then the left back will go into the central open spot right there. And then you have your two central defenders covering this player. And you have your defensive midfielder in the right spot. Unfortunately, it's a hairline fracture away from him, so he doesn't actually control it. Here again, the left back needs to come back into his position. Unfortunately, now this guy here he has to cut in, or this guy has to cut in. But you have your central defender; he has to mark this guy. They both have to mark this guy, so he doesn't pass. Yep, there's a big, interesting free space here. All he has to do is pass it to this guy. He's gonna run and probably be able to cross it. So the left back needs to return. Fortunately, he passes it into the middle to the player that was already being covered. So if we take a look here, I mean, I'm supposed to be talking about the defending movement for Shukura, but we'll have to see this one more time. So he'll probably better off to play it in this area, right? But instead, he plays it here, and really good recovery from this guy and his awareness. Very good play from him to come in to the middle and actually intercept this ball. So, very good play from this guy. And I think that's the number 8, Patizia. So now look at this. Now the formation is better. Now the wing back is back in the mode. I think because maybe this was his first time or first few matches playing as a left back, he's getting into the mood. Now he's actually in formation and he's covering his area. And then you have your central defender and the right back double teaming this particular person. And of course, the attack is nullified. Very good play from the defense. Again, here you have Mizwak Ali will probably cut into the open area here with this particular player. So he's marking him. And you have your left back. He's going to do a little bit of pressure on this guy that's going to receive the ball. Miswak Ali is going to cover the left back. The left back is going to cover the empty spot. And then you have your right back and center defender, hopefully marking one of these three players. It was a bad cross, but good save from the defender. Good header from the defender. Here now you have a 2-on-2 here, but this guy needs to pressure him. He needs to mark him. And probably this guy needs to go a little bit out. Stays in. Again, this guy is all empty, all free. He could probably do a pass right there, but he's looking at these three probably to pass to, right? So each one of them they have a player, which is good defending. And by the time he even thought to pass the midfielder, again, I think um, the midfielder here was again the number 8, wasn't it? Patizia. Look at that. Very good midfielding from him. Or maybe he's not Patizia. Patizia is the one with the long hair. So now you have this particular triangle. They're gonna try to penetrate the defense. So now left back is in position, central defender in position, and the right back in position. And then you have your two central defenders here putting pressure on these two midfielders there. So they have to go back and regroup. Everyone is back into position. Look at this: 4, 2, 3, 1. Very nice. Still 0-0. I think they go from a 4-2-3-1 to a 4-4-2 at some point. Very interesting how they shift from that. So right now it's still 0-0. There's another attack here. Look at this pressure. Now you see the shift of the players. They're gonna try to force the Dinamo team to play on the right side of the field. So you have Mizwak Ali cutting inside, and then you have the central midfielder, sorry, cutting inside as well, and then you'll have your back central midfielder on the right side cutting behind the right back, and then you have your right back here. He's already committed with this player, and you have this center midfielder committed with this player. So each player is going to be marked, and the gaps between the players should be marked. Look at this, brilliant defending, done deal. Here you have two players that are going into the box, and this particular fellow he's gonna cross it. So you have your two defenders marking the two players. Look at this. This guy, I don't know how he escaped this one. And I don't know what this particular one was doing, but unfortunately, this guy escaped the marking and he's all in range to score the goal. Look at this. Unfortunately for him, it does not go inside, it hits the crossbar, hits the goalkeeper catches it, which is fortunate enough for Shukura. It was kind of a bad defensive moment there. Alright, so now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Dynamo players, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 8 Shukura players, so each one has to start marking a few players. So you have this area in the middle here. They have a lot of space. You have this guy, he has a lot of space. You have the left back, he has to mark this guy. You have this central midfielder, he has to mark this guy. And then you have these two, they have to mark one of them each. And then you have this guy alone, someone has to keep an eye on him. So let's take a look at what's happening. The ball goes in the middle, he lets it go. Look at this. Look at this. He's all the way in goal sight. This guy has to cut inside. But he also has this guy to pass too. But I want to take it a little bit back. Maybe this is too far back. Yeah, right there. So this guy should have marked this guy a little bit better. Look at that. He's not marking him. He should have marked him. Fortunately, he did not. So now he has this area to play with. So he's all in front of goal. He has another player on the left side. He can probably, if he has good technique, he can probably cross it to him. Or to me, it looks like it's a goal shot with his left foot. But he tries to cross it. He doesn't cross it. Well, the defender gets a touch on it. So now this guy has to rectify the mistake. He takes the ball, he cuts outside. Now you have 1, 2, 3 players, they can play with each other. This guy passes, the defender does good. Now you have this guy trying to shoot from 20 yards away, 28 yards away from, or 22 yards away from the goal. Unfortunately for him, he misses. You have here this player, he can probably get the long through ball. This player is in empty space. This player is in empty space. Where's the central midfielders? They're all clustered over there. There's like 3 players on one right now. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Shukura players. 3 are on one. And you can say 2 are on these 2 on this one. And this one is somewhat free. Not somewhat, he's actually free. This defender tries to clear the ball. I would say Kuryoki needs to cut inside in front of his line of vision. The goalkeeper needs to take one step in the front like that. And then the goalkeeper, when he blocks, he probably should block it either so it goes in the empty space here, right? This empty space. Or if it's too powerful, probably he'll try to block it so it goes behind the goal, right? But this goalkeeper, unfortunately, he does a mistake. He blocks it right in the middle where the player is running towards, and the player gets it with the head. This is, I mean, sorry, I have to laugh. This is the second time the ball hits the crossbar here, or the pole, right? So then again, the goalkeeper gets one more time lucky. This thing gets lucky one more time with the ball hitting the pole. This defender is on the right spot in the right time. He saves it on the line. Then you have Kuryoki stepping forward here. But I love this defender. He actually saves two goals. We have to see it. He shoots, it hits the crossbar, hits the goal again. Defender saves the goal one time, and then he goes on the far post and he saves the goal the second time. Very good defending from him. Very bad defensive play, but very good defending from him in particular. You have the corner, it's gonna be played short. Look at this. This guy can probably receive the ball and shoot it. Look at that. He's all alone. Where's the pressure? He's gonna twist and twirl, twinkle toes, and I believe that was the goal moment for them. Anyways, it was bad defending. So now that we finished the Shukura attacking and defending moments, let's take a look at the Dinamo moments. First, we'll start again with the attacking, and we'll take a look at that, and we'll see how Shukura did in defense. Look at this guy; he's all alone, and then it's the third minute. Look at that, free space. Now you have a 4-on-3, and two more players are coming, so it will be probably a 4-on-4. Here again, this is a foul for me. It looks like a foul. Referee says nothing. Here we have another play. Look at this pass. And you have this guy is running into space. Good thing this guy is marking him, but he's already in space. He put his head up and he's looking for who to cross the ball to. Look at that. He puts the ball low. Oh, I love this one. This one is a really good play. Look at this. Either it's intentional or not intentional, it was a good play. Nonetheless, look at that. He crosses the ball low. Look at this guy. He lets it go. This guy's out. This guy's out. This guy needs to readjust his body weight and balance to go to the right person. So he misses the ball like that. And unfortunately, they did not capitalize on this. Again, here, he's probably gonna long through it to this player, but he misses his chance. Again, this guy's running into space. He doesn't pass it to him. So the defender gets it. I think more of the attacking plays are the same. Here we have the short corner. Look at this triangle. This guy's free. He's gonna do a 1-2. Very nice play. He's gonna be twinkle toes. Gonna go around the defender. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. He gets the ball again. Wow. This player is really good. Then he takes the shot. Lucky enough, it hits this player and it goes in. But it was a great play from him to get the ball. Look at this, also a ball. This looks like a goal moment for me, but look at that. He misses the ball, unfortunately. This is a penalty, so right down the middle, makes it 2-1. Anyways, now Dinamo have a little bit manpower over there. Look at this player. He twirls and twirls. He has 1, 2, 3 players. This guy is empty. He gives him the ball. This guy is empty. This guy should be marked better. But look at this. He's not marked. Well, he's marked but not marked good enough. This guy is unmarked. He gives him a back heel. I don't know how he misses this. Let's take a look at it one more time. Look at this. Very nice pass. I mean, it's very unfortunate for the number 9 to miss that one. Very fortunate for Shakura. So it was a good attacking moment. Look at this play. 1, 2, like the books say. And then this guy is going to play it into the middle. Um, for a header or someone to get on it, but the defender beats them. Look at this one. I want to here as well, like how the books say. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful play. Look at this. Very nice. He has space. He can probably pass it to his left side. Amazing pass, like I say. Look at that. Goal winning opportunity. And then this happens. I mean, it was very frustrating. That particular play, 1-2s all the way. The guy looks at him on the left. He passes it to him perfectly. He has a big goal in front of him. Nice view. All he has to do is play low and in some sort of direction with a little bit of pace and power. It would have went in. Unfortunately for him, this was supposed to be goal number 3 in my opinion, but he misses it. So probably he needs to go back to the training grounds and practice that particular shot a couple of times. Let's take a look at the defending moments and see what happens there. Okay, so here's the first defending moment. Look at that. What's this guy doing? Right? He's not doing much. So then the ball goes back. Shukura has the ability to cross the ball right now. He crosses the ball all the way on the other side, but fortunately enough for him, this guy is there to cover. Very nice defending from him. Look at this defending. The right back is gonna come and cover his position. He's gonna come and cover his position. He's gonna come and cover the running man right there. Very good cover because he sees the through ball, and this player comes, puts his body in front of the ball, and then these two are there for support. So if he needs to get out of a sticky situation, and he also has the goal who comes out also for a sticky situation like we saw there, and then they're just gonna pass it around. Very nice defense. Let's take a look at here. Look at this defending. So you have this three here putting pressure there, and you have your 4-4. You have your 4-2-3-1. Then you have five players here, right? The left back is back in his position. You have these two players that are like close to each other. He's gonna try to get the ball. He misses, then he covers him. Very nice cover from him. This player just has maybe good ball technique, so he doesn't get it off of him easily. But it was a good recovery from them. Then they have to stop the 1 and 2. Look at this. He does the long through. This guy sees the ball. He's aware of this player, so he's automatically going to cover him. Obviously, this guy is a lot faster than him, but you have one, two, three, four, five defenders, so the libero clears it, which is good defending from them. Here again, you have your three defenders. This guy is gonna cut inside. He's gonna cover the right back's position, right? Unfortunately, he gets a touch on the boot, so it's a penalty. Now you have a situation where it's 3-on-2. What to do? This guy goes to cover this guy. Now he's free. So now the midfielder has to come and recover. He has to push in front of him. He does very good job right there to cover him and get the ball. Here again, you have this guy, Mizwak Ali, who's actually causing a lot of problems. But again, the defense was okay, I would say. If we take a look at it one more time, Mizwak Ali, this guy tries to go right there so he can cover this one. Because if he gets a pass, he's on goal. Unfortunately, he does not get the pass. He gets committed here. I'm not sure why he gets committed there. He should probably stayed in his position so he can cover this guy. But then you have two players that were open, and we saw it in the attacking. Let's take a look at some of the decisions here. This one for me, I think it's a foul or a free kick for Dinamo. This guy is clearly tackled. He nutmegs the player. The ball is right there. The player doesn't touch the ball at all, and I think he takes the player instead. No free kick. For me, bad decision. This one here, the referee gives a yellow card to the Dinamo player. But look at this. If you take a look at it, he clearly touches the ball and tackles the ball, right? Unfortunately, he gets the player at the same time, but he gets the ball 100%. In my opinion, it should not have been a yellow card. Here, let's take a look at this play. This guy is gonna shoot. The goalkeeper has to play it either on this empty spot or this empty area. He has one, two, three Dynamo players in the middle. There's like I want to say five Shukura players. The goalkeeper does this. This guy does that, and then there's a whole fiasco that was gonna happen. We covered that in the defense. Perfect. Of course, the Georgian League doesn't have. I think the Georgian League doesn't have the goal line technology nor VAR, but this guy saves the ball here. Very good. Look at this. Look at this player. He makes a mistake. He's not aware that he is under pressure. And what will happen here? He's gonna put him under pressure. He's gonna put this under pressure, and he's gonna make a bad passing mistake. He has options to throw it out in the corner. Probably safe bet is to throw it as a throw in or kick it as a throw in. He does this particular mistake. No foul, in my opinion, at all on this player. He takes the ball cleanly. He passes the ball. I mean, I'm not sure how the referee says foul on this particular situation. But oh well. The player then nutmegs this guy, and then for some odd reason, I think he's fouled here, and I think the referee now calls the foul. Here's the penalty. Look at that. Uh, Knee to shin or knee to calf. Definite penalty for me. Maybe a soft penalty, but it was a penalty for sure. Look at that. Definitely not going to win the ball. So he hits the player, and yeah, it's supposed to be a penalty, and that's what they gave. Look at that from a different view. Yeah, there you go. There's the contact. I mean, he pushes him a little bit, but the main contact is on the leg. So he loses balance, falls, and it was a goal opportunity. I think here, this one, I have a feeling it was a handball of some sorts, or probably there was a handball there, but here it looks like he was trying to get the ball, but unfortunately he gets the player, so it's a penalty as well. We can see it from the other side. Look at that. Yeah, from this angle it looks like he definitely got the player. Yep, the ball is nowhere near him. He gets the player instead. It's very unfortunate. Yeah, see that? He almost gets the ball, but I don't think he makes enough contact on the ball. Um, and unfortunately, he gets the player instead. All right, look at this. This one here, the referee gave this player a simulation, so he gave him a yellow card. And here are some of the substitutes again. Probably most of all these players, uh, no one is aware of. Again, I'm only watching for three main players that I'm interested in. So here's just the substitutes in the second half. And other than that, that is it for this particular match. I hope you enjoyed and see you in the next match.